Welcome to the Introduction to Chakra Yoga Asana practice. Today we're going to do a practice that is to balance each of the chakras, and we're going to begin with a pranayama practice known as Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. As we begin, sit in a comfortable position so that your spine is lengthened from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Broaden through the collarbones. And allow this energy just to rise up all the way through you. Take your right hand and place the palm in front of your face. Take the first finger and middle finger and fold it into the palm, keeping the ring finger and pinky finger as connected as you can. The weight of the ring finger and pinky finger matches the weight of the thumb. Now bring the thumb and the ring finger to the sides of the nose. Breathe in and out through both nostrils at the same time. Feel the breath as it comes in and out both nostrils. When you're ready to exhale, close the left and exhale right. Inhale right, close both. Exhale left. Inhale left, close both, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale left, exhale right. Keep going with your pattern, your own speed of breath. Nadi Shodhana is one of the most effective practices of breathing that balances the energy system, the Ida and the Pingala channels. It is to bring in balance the masculine and feminine, right and left, energy, the right side of the nose is that more masculine, Pingala energy. The left side is the feminine, Ida. We will end by breathing out through the left. So the next time you breathe through the left nostril, remove the hand and place your hands in the prana or the jhana mudra, connecting the first finger and thumb together, palms up. Then as you close your eyes, or you may keep them slightly opened, take a deep breath and feel. Palms at heart center. We'll create an intention just to open the body and let it do what it needs to do to receive the energy it needs to receive for the highest good. And as we bow to our heart center in reverence to the practice, we begin. Release your hands. Please come to a standing position in mountain pose known as Tadasana. Tadasana is mountain pose because it helps ground us. We're going to begin with the first chakra. So as you stand with your feet hip distance apart, that's about 1 foot length apart, you have the sensation to ground down into the feet. So as you press down, feel the legs root down to the earth. The muscles hug the bone. And from there, take that energy and rise it up. Feel it go now up to the tailbone, all the way up from the base of the spine to the belly. Keep traveling up, pull the belly slightly into the heart. Feel how the collarbones open. Maybe the palms turn slightly forward. And as you keep feeling, you take it up to the crown of the head like it's extending. having this strong foundation and posture to align your body. Nice deep breath in and out as you feel. Now as you open your eyes, we come to chair pose, Utkatasana. Chair pose, we begin by bending the knees, sending our hips back. You're going to feel the energy push down. You lower the hips as comfortable as it is, as you can, while keeping the belly drawn in. Now you may stay here or bring the arms forward. As they're forward, keep connected to the core and possibly open the arms. The arms open up. So here's where we root down to rise up. Root down in your legs, find the foundation strong, and rise up through the heart, through the crown of the head. Take one more breath here. Now exhale, forward bend. Straighten the legs. If you have blocks, you may place your hands on blocks. You may also bend your knees. So if your hamstrings are tight, you can bend your knees to soften and let the head go down. Feeling the breath now still grounding into the legs and allowing the upper body to cascade and flow down. Now as you take another breath in and out, you're going to step back to a lunge. Right foot steps back to a lunge. And as the right foot is in a lunge, you're going to allow your legs to press down. And as you press down into the legs, get into the pelvis. Feel the pelvis help support the legs, and you're light in your hands. From here, you can take the hands off the blocks and reach them back. So now you're feeling even more supported in the legs. You can stop at any time or keep going. Now if you rise up, and you still feel the power and the strength in the legs, you root down to rise up. Inhale, arms overhead. And this is a variation of crescent pose or warrior one with the back heel off. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And then when you exhale, hands to the blocks or to the floor. You're going to step forward with your right leg, step back with your left. Other side. Ground down into the legs. And if at any time, if you feel unsteady, you may take a back knee down. The low lunge variation is very helpful, can also root you down into your pelvis. So from here, stretch the arms back. Stay grounded in the legs and rise up with the upper body, feeling the pelvic floor muscles start to open. Strong inhale, arms overhead. As you lift the heart, put your energy and weight down into your legs. Exhale, bring the hands down. From here, step to plank, which is top of a push-up. Now you can have the knees up, or you may take the knees down. We're still staying down, pressing down into the hands, having the hands evenly spaced, and hold this as you tone the belly. One more breath here. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. Begin with bent knees. And as your knees are bent, hips go high, arms are straight. So if at any time you feel like you are slipping in this, you can either grab the sides of your mat, or if you're in socks, you can take your socks off. But now keep pressing down. You find the foundation between your hands and your feet to lift the hips up. One more breath here. And then exhale, knees to the earth. Come onto your backs with the head to the back of the room. As you're on your back, you're going to hug the knees to the chest. And as you bring the knees to the chest, feel very connected to the earth. Let the back body relax. And use the knees to contract and compress the belly. That was the end of working into chakra 1. Now we place the feet down. Feet are hip distance apart. We begin with pelvic tilts and rocking through the pelvis, starting to awaken in the pelvis around the sacrum. As you inhale, tilt the pelvis so the lower back comes up. And as you exhale, draw the lower back down and keep going, moving the pelvis with an inhale and an exhale, starting to awaken the pelvic floor muscles and the space around the sacrum. 2 more times to create that fluid energy, the water element. And then as you bring your pelvis to neutral, separate your feet as wide as your mat. Arms will go a little bit out to the side, and we're going to do windshield wipers. Drop both knees to the right, and then inhale, the knees come up. Drop both knees to the left, and knees come up. Keep going. In this, there's rocking now in the pelvis from right to left, into those directions of the body, creating fluid movement as you go from side to side. 1 more to each side. And then as you bring your knees to your chest, we're going to do circles. Take your knees away from each other and towards each other, working deep in the hip joint with some circles. Exhale when the knees come in, inhale when the knees go around. Now go the other way. Inhale away, exhale around. Feel very calm and soothing here. And as the knees stay into the chest, you're going to bring your arms between your knees to grab your ankles or your outer feet, preparing for a half happy baby. The left foot stays down, and you're going to start to carry the right foot up towards the ceiling. It doesn't have to go all the way up, just do what you can. As you start to open up in the pelvis, and now bring that right foot down towards the hips and start to lift the left foot up. The knees stay bent, and you can either hold the foot or the ankle. Either is okay. And now release. Now you may stay here or go into full happy baby, both feet up. And you can rock from side to side to create some fluid movement in the sacrum as you rock right to left. Then as you place your feet down, release the feet and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Eye of the needle or figure 4. You may keep the left foot down or thread the right hand between the legs. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Flex your right foot to protect the knee and draw your knee in. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. And again, you can rock a little bit here, or you may hold it steady. This stretches the muscles around the sacrum and the pelvis, known as the piriformis, and all around the outer hips. Now you're going to lower the left foot and the right foot. Switch, cross left ankle, pull in. Feed one hand between the legs and interlace the hands. And again, maybe you like to rock, finding the place that feels the best in your body. And once you've settled into that stretch, then you hold and take some deep breaths. Send the breath into the part of the body that you feel it the most. Nice slow breath in and out. Then release the foot and extend the legs. Extend your left leg all the way straight. Now, as you bring your right knee to your chest, the left hand goes on the right knee. Come into a supine twist. Roll the lower body to the left, trying to keep the right shoulder down. And as you do this now, there's some twisting. We're starting to transition from the second chakra to the third, up into the waist of the side body. And only go as far as your body allows, so that if you want to prop the knee or prop the foot, you're safe. Now you'll bring your knee back to center. To switch sides, bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Hug your left knee to your chest and draw your knee across your body. And go slow so that you can feel how far to go today. Breathe into your belly. Nice deep breath in. And exhale to release it out. Come back to center. Set the foot down. And now roll all the way over to your side to come to hands and knees. Face the front of the room. And as you are on tabletop, we'll begin with cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly and look to the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, and start to feel the movement as we continue into the third chakra, the Manipura. Inhaling and exhaling. Deep breathing as you inhale. And as you exhale, blow it out, let it go. One more time, deep breath in. And as you curl the toes under, downward facing dog, press up and back. With your knees bent, start to just straighten one leg, right heel to the earth. Bend the knee, switch legs, press the left heel to the earth. And now go from side to side. Start to create more fluid movement from right to left in the hips. Moving the second chakra up to the third, the energy of the fluid to the fire. Pumping the fire with breath and movement. Now come to plank pose, and again it can be straight legs or kneeling. I'll demonstrate straight legs. We're going to start to pulse the pelvis a little bit. And it's not big movements, just enough to pulse the pelvis and to ignite the fire. Deep breaths in and out. One more breath and take the knees down. Have a seat for Navasana. And in Navasana, hold the back of the legs. Sit up tall and extend one leg up. Find the place to balance on the sacrum and then maybe extend the next leg up. Find that inner power, the strength of the pelvic floor, and pull in. So shaking is good, creating heat and transformation. Hold the legs or extend the arms, palms up. Keep pulling in, deep breathing. If you'd like to go on, straighten the legs. Take another breath in and out. Bend the knees and we rest and let the head go. Breathe into your back body. So that starts to increase the fire within. We're going to stand up now, and here's where you may want your blocks. Standing so that the blocks are on either side. Okay. As you take your feet wide, we're going to come into Warrior Two. And Warrior Two, we're going to stand facing the windows for those of you in the classroom. And those of you at home, just go the long way of your mat. And you're going to turn your right foot out 90 degrees. And let your left foot be slightly forward or turned inward. As we come into Warrior Two or Virabhadrasana 2. From here, as you press down into the legs, start to lift the pelvic floor, tone the belly, lift the arms to shoulder height. And now bend your right knee, moving it towards over the ankle. And as you press down into your feet and you're grounding down into your legs, rise up through the crown, but keep the legs steady. And use the breath now. Deep breath in. And exhale, really pull in right to the center. One more breath. Big breath in. Exhale, pull in with the breath. Now reverse this by taking the left arm down, turn the right palm up, and stretch to the back. Stretch toward your back leg and open up. Now this is a side body stretch. Keep the front knee strong as you extend through the arm. Turning the palm towards the back of your mat. And then come into extended angle pose as we bring our right forearm to the thigh. The right forearm to the thigh, left hand to the hip to begin with. Now from here, keep grounding down through the legs and turn the belly upward. Here's where you start to work in the inner fire. You create heat. You feel yourself getting warm. Take your back arm, sweep it down and overhead for extended angle pose. So as you work with this, you keep turning yourself up, opening up and using the strength of the belly to come out of this. Lower the arm and stand up. Spin your right foot forward, spin your left foot back. We repeat to the other side. I like to begin with my hands on my hips. It feels like I'm grounding down. Ground down as you bend your left knee. Press into the back foot so both legs have a strong foundation. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Look out over your left hand. Warrior Two. Breathe into the belly. Find your own inner strength, your inner fire. Reverse warrior. Right hand down, left arm up overhead. Stretch the side body. Keep the back of the neck long and the throat open. Exhale into extended angle pose. Bring your left forearm to your thigh. Use the forearm to press the leg down and sweep that right arm down and overhead to encourage the opening of the chest and belly. So as the legs keep pressing down, reach through the elbow, reach through the hands, and now breathe deeply. Make sure when you exhale, pull in. Nice Ujjayi breathing sounds. To come out of it, lower the arm and stand up. Now bring your feet together. Take a break for the legs. We'll do one more standing pose, Trikonasana triangle. Please separate your feet again. If you like to use blocks, here's where we'll use the block and we place it more at ankle or mid-shin level as you turn your right toes out 90 degrees. From here, the legs are nice and wide and you inhale the arms to shoulder height. Now, as you press down into your feet and tone your belly, reach out with your right arm, reach out as far as you can, pulling your right hip back, and then take the right hand down. Left hand can go to hip or stretch up to ceiling. Hand may place on block, floor, or shin. Now from here again, tone the belly, turn everything up. And as you push down into your feet, the hands are light. The extension is outward from the shoulders. And to come out of this, push into your feet, rise up. And lower the arms. Turn your feet the other way. If you're using blocks, position the block behind the left ankle. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Reach out with the left arm. Then place it down. Right arm floats up. And here's where you come into the beauty of your own practice. Work with the strength in the legs. Work with the breath. Find where there's ease and where there's challenge, the polarities of the practice, where you need to constrict and strengthen, and where you can open and expand. Good. Press down to the feet, rise up. Release the arms. Step the feet together. Face the front of the room. We move on now to the heart. And as we begin with the heart, I'd invite you to either place your hands in your back pockets or interlace your hands behind your back with elbows bent to start with. As you bend your elbows, lift your chest. And now let's just breathe here. Breathe here to the front of the body and press down into legs. Find the mountain pose legs. Find the stability. Take that energy up from first, second, third to fourth. And as you start to open up even more, maybe the arms extend back. Maybe you keep reaching and you open the heart. One more breath. Release. Come out of it. Release the hands. Find your strap. Okay, we're going to make some circles to open the shoulders and the chest. Take a nice slow, deep breath in as the arms just start to come up. Find the first place where you might be stuck or you might feel restriction. And just allow yourself here to open up and breathe deeply. Now with your hands on the strap, put a slight bend of the knees and let the hips be soft so you're not pushing the hip points forward. Now from the heart, lean back and just stretch. Breathe across the shoulders, the inner arm. Good. Slowly exhale, release. We're going to make a complete circle now with our arms. And instead of bending the elbows, I'm going to ask you to let the strap slide so you can make a circle with the arms. We're going to inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms now all the way back and around. And if you need to move so you're not bumping your neighbor, go ahead. And just inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming around. If you found that that was easy, go more narrow so you find some work in the shoulders. If it was too hard, separate the hands. Inhaling. Keep having the intention to open the chest as you exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now this time as you come up and back, find your first sticking point that's behind you. More at shoulder height or somewhere in there. And really press out and breathe. Use the power of the Manipura, the fire, the energy down below to get to the heart to expand. Now go a little lower, another inch or two lower from where you were. Work with that tissue. All the way down. Come all the way back up again. Up and over. And release. Really nice. You may set your strap down now. And as you set your strap down, we're going to start with just some shoulder rolls. So we're going to move that around. Place your hands on your shoulders, get the elbows in, add a little bit of twisting. Get into the belly as well. Be fluid. Right? Remember, this yoga is not for a perfect form, but to feel good in the body. Now add the arm like you're backstroking and just stretch. From after doing those shoulder work with the strap, there's more fluid and energy. Deep breath in and out. And now I want you to use your breath and bounce your knees. So as you inhale, you're going to reach your arms up, and you're going to exhale. You're going to pump your elbows, and you're just going to pull back. And you're just going to bend and extend. Use the breath with the body. Push down with your feet and open the heart. 2 more times. And then stay upright. Clasp the hands with your first fingers pointing up. And as you stretch up, bring your feet together. And as they move towards each other, now open the chest. Nice deep breath in and out. Good. Come to center. Hold your right wrist with your left hand. And side bend. As you side bend, stay open. So we're not collapsing the heart, but you can bend the knees a little bit and stretch. Let's take a moment to pause and feel. Inhale, come up. Relax the arms down. Just take a moment. If you need to shake anything out. And then inhale again. Grab your left wrist and side bend. Soft bend of the knees so you can find the power in the belly and to open up through side body. So as you press down into your left foot more, you might be able to ground that side to lean and really open up the tissue around the heart, the sides of the heart. Inhale, come up, and exhale, lower the arms down. Very good, and just roll the shoulders back again. Okay. We're going to move into the neck a little bit. And as we just turn your head from right to left, keep the collarbones broad. Go nice and slow, and notice the rotation of your neck. Notice how far you can go to the right and how far you can go to the left. Now, as your head comes back to center, bring your right ear to right shoulder. And just feel the opening through the neck here. So we're starting to now make some transitions, still overlapping from throat to heart. Turn the chin towards the shoulder. Keep the knees soft and the breath flowing easily. As you take your chin down to your chest, roll it to the other side. And notice the difference between your right and left. First, bring ear to shoulder before you twist. Add a little bit of side bending to the cervical spine. Nice and easy. And then exhale the chin to the shoulder. Add the rotation. Now we begin to create some movement as you exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, go the other way, make a half circle. Go from right to left, left to right. When you're balanced to each side, take the chin to the chest. And inhale, bring the head up. Walk to the front of your mat. Finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Inhale, arms overhead. Move the heart, add a back bend. So you just lean back a little bit and we exhale and we fold, pouring ourselves over the legs. Hands to shin, extend the arms, extend the heart. Come halfway up and exhale, fold over the legs. Walk your feet back to downward facing dog. Slowly take the knees down. Now we're going to begin working with our back of our heart and our strength of our arms by coming down to the forearms and interlacing the hands. And I would suggest tucking the bottom pinky finger in so the pinky fingers aren't smushed. And ground the outer edges of the wrists. We're going to move into dolphin pose. And this is a variation of downward facing dog on your forearms. So as you press into the outer edge of your forearms, you're going to curl the toes under and start to lift the knees up a little bit without letting the shoulders come forward. So if the shoulders come forward of the elbows, then just work with the knees low. As you can progress in your own practice, you can straighten the legs and lift the hips and bring the shoulders more over the elbows. The head should hang. And this is starting to strengthen the upper back and work the back of the heart. As you keep the breath flowing, and it's an inversion, starting to transition to the upper chakras. One more breath here. And we slowly take the knees down and rest in child's pose. As you rest in child's pose, the hands can be extended or down by the side. Think of child's pose as a whisper of love. Your back of the heart is exposed and it's softening. The front of the heart is being supported. Now as you bring your arms under the shoulders and you come more upright, we're going to come onto our backs preparing for bridge pose. I do want you to have one block near you to use, not right away, but that it's accessible. And you do not need your strap. But as you come onto your back, your knees are bent and your feet are about hip distance apart. Extend the arms down by the side of the body. And we're going to start to add those pelvic tilts again. Just tilt the pelvis in, rocking it forward and back. Rocking the pelvis. Now start to lift the hips off of your mat as you exhale, just an inch or so, and then put it back down. Roll through the spine to start to lift the hips up and down. And then you're up towards the mid-back. When the hips go up, you feel the mid-back more on your mat. And now rock all the way up so the hips go all the way up to the highest point that you can do. Lift the hips and tuck the shoulders under you so that the palms face up to the ceiling and the back of the arms press down. Push into your feet. Push into the shoulders and the back of the head and lift the hips up. Open the heart here and feel the throat still expansive as you breathe. Transitioning from Anahata to Vishuddha, heart chakra to throat chakra. Now to come out of this, roll through the spine, all the way down. Undo the shoulders, place the hands on the belly, feet wide, knees together to rest. And I just want you to start to feel how your energy has shifted from the beginning of practice until now. We're going to do that again as you separate your feet, knees apart. Instead of rocking, go right up into it. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Lift the hips and tuck the shoulders under you right away. And if you are someone who likes to interlace their hands, then you may interlace your hands under your body with arms extended. Press down with the outer arms to lift the hips up. And breathe fully across the chest as you stretch the belly and strengthen the back side. One more breath. Take a deep breath in, open the heart. And then slowly release the hands and come down. Hug both knees into the chest again to release that and just rock from side to side. Place the feet down. So as we move now on to the next work, we're going to support the bridge pose for resting. As you now grab your block, press your feet down, lift the hips, and place your sacrum or your hips on the block. I suggest the second level, but you may do the first level or the highest level, depending on how open your body is. It is not on your back, but it's across the pelvis. And then once you tuck your shoulders under you and palms face up, just let the hips sit very heavy. Sit very heavy into the block while your eyes are closed or slightly opened. We can come into a supported shoulder stand with our hips on the block. And this is helping us move from the throat to the third eye. As you hug your right knee into your chest, don't use your arm, just use your leg, and then stretch your right leg towards the ceiling. Now, if you need to make an adjustment of where the block is, because we will eventually be lifting both legs up, you want your pelvis to be very secure on your block. If you'd like to try the next leg, you add it by bending the left knee into the chest and stretching the left leg up. So both legs are up in the air, the shoulders are tucked under you. There's a lift of the heart. And now we're working in this inversion, opening up and feeling the flow of energy from the pelvis to the third eye. Letting the energy work, helping gravity work with our body. And again, if your legs tremble, it's just energy moving in the body. You can relax the feet a little bit. They don't have to be working so hard. And just extend the legs as best as you can. Knees can be bent. 2 more breaths. This is a pose you could hold for 5 to 10 minutes. To come out of this, we do one leg at a time. Right leg first, then left. Step, step down. Pause with the hips on the block for a moment. And then as you lift the hips to remove the block, set the hips down. Windshield wiper the knees right to left to remove any kind of stagnation of the energy or pain in the body. And when your knees go to one side, just keep going and roll all the way to your belly, but spin around so that your head is facing the front of the room. As you rest now on your forehead, we're going to create a pillow with our hands. We'll let our toes turn out, our legs relax, and forehead down. Resting forehead down on belly. And I want you to now feel the breath. Focus on your breathing in your belly. Focus the breath in the nostrils. And feel how the breath comes into the nostrils and peaks at the third eye. Connecting the Ida and Pingala to the third eye. One more breath here. And when you're ready to bring your hands under your shoulders, come up to a seated position. We'll transition from this seated position into our meditation and our final piece. And so I'll have you first do some belly breathing as my friend begins to set up for meditation. So please cross your legs, sitting forward. And I invite you to place your hands on your belly. And your hands are on your belly. Again, your eyes can be open or closed, whatever you're most comfortable with. And now I'm going to have you just take some slow, deep breaths in and out in the belly, so that you're feeling the breath in the belly. And that your eyes are open and are closed, so that you feel the breath now moving through both nostrils to the third eye and out. Try to move the breath slow in the belly. One more breath. I'm going to ask you to let your hands rest in any comfortable position on your legs. You're welcome again to keep your eyes closed or open as we begin the meditation.